I'm Toluwa. Welcome to my channel, Pilates by T. Today we have a super short workout focusing on the core. This is going to be perfect if you're running short on time and you're just trying to get something in, or if you've already done your workout for the day and just trying to squeeze a little bit more juice out of your day. This is the one for you. You can do this anywhere if you're out on the road or if you're in the comfort of your own home, as long as you've got enough space to roll out your mat and get started. So let's get started. We're going to start off lying down on our backs, knees bent, and our feet on the mat. Get nice and comfortable. You can have your arms around your rib cage or down by your side. And we're just going to start off with some breathing. Starting to bring some awareness into your body, into how you're feeling today. You can have your eyes open or have them closed, whatever feels best for you. And then when you breathe in, I want you to really think about your ribcage expanding. Feel it expand against the floor. And as you breathe out, I want you to start to think about engaging your core. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the lips. In through the nose and out through the lips. So what do we mean when we say engaging our core? I want you to imagine you're trying to put on a tight pair of jeans. You know what it's like when you're trying to get the zip up and you just engage that core to lift your belly button up and out of the way. That's the sensation I want you to be feeling as you breathe out and engage the core. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the lips, and then let's get moving. Reach both arms up to the ceiling. We're going to go for some arm reaches. Both arms are going to reach overhead, and then bring them back up. Reaching both arms overhead, and bringing them back up. Now, when you're reaching the arms overhead, I want you to pay close attention to what your ribcage is doing. You want to keep that ribcage nice and still. Sometimes when we take our arms overhead, we start to arch the back, lifting the ribcage up away from the floor like I'm doing now. So you want to make sure you're not doing that. If you're doing this, if you can feel you've got an arch in your back, lift the arms up away from the floor and start to bring your back nice and close to the floor. Keep it there. 2 more times. Making sure we're not bringing that arch back into our spine. Last one. And then bring the arms up to the ceiling. Keep the arms up, palms still facing in. We're going to move one leg at a time, going for our leg lifts. One leg comes to tabletop, so your shins parallel to the floor. Nice, bring it back down. And then other leg comes to tabletop. So we're moving nice and controlled, making sure that your hips aren't rocking from side to side, keeping that core connection the whole time. Perfect. Make sure you're still breathing in through the nose, out through the lips. Let's do 2 more each side. Last one, each side. And then bring both legs down to the floor. Now for this next exercise, I want you to find your imprint position before we get moving. So what does that mean? I want you to start to bring close attention down to this region of your body. So we're gonna rock the pelvis back, sticking the bum out, and then bring it forward, bringing that lower back into contact with the floor. Stick that bum out, really arch the spine, exaggerate it, and then take it the other way. Stick the bum out, and then take it the other way. Nice. Now, we're going to start to make that a little bit smaller, less exaggerated, smaller rocks, until you find yourself somewhere nice and close, settled in the middle. This is usually your neutral position, and you can check this by creating a little diamond with your hands, bringing your fingers and your thumbs together, putting it on your pelvis, and taking a quick look to see if it's nice and level. That's your neutral. Now we want to find imprint. So, still with our diamond, we're going to tilt our pelvis back. So now our fingers are slightly higher than our thumb. Your lower back should be nice and close to the floor and your core on and engaged. This is going to help you when you lift your legs up into the air, and it's going to make sure that you're protecting your lower back as well. So now that we found that imprint where we tilted our pelvis back, brought our lower back nice and close to the floor, we're going to pick one leg up to tabletop and then pick the other leg, holding that imprint position. Take the arms both back up to the ceiling, and we're going to go opposite arm, opposite leg, moving at the same time. Just as we were doing before, we're going to tap our toes down as we reach one arm overhead. And then bring it back to center. Other side. Perfect. Keeping your core engaged the whole time. Let's do 3 more each side. Moving nice and steady, no need to rush. Focus on keeping that core connection. 2 more each side. Final one. You've got this. And then bring everything to center. Hands come down, and then drop your feet down to the floor, and hopefully you're feeling nice and warmed up. Core is on, and you're ready to go. So from here, we're going to start to get moving, start to bring the core up. So arms are going to be up towards the ceiling, palms facing forward, down towards your feet. On your next exhale, I want you to lift your head and shoulders, look towards your thighs, and then inhale to bring it back down to the mat. Let's do 4 more. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower back down. Exhale to lift, inhale to bring it back down. 2 more. Now when you're doing this, you want to make sure you're keeping it small. Lower back stays in contact with the floor. And you want to make sure you're keeping that core engagement the whole time. Last one. Bring it back down, and now we're going to change it slightly. Take one leg to tabletop. Shins parallel to the floor. We're going to do 4 in this position. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower back down. 3 more. 2 more. Final one. And then let's swap to the other side. Other leg comes up. And we do the exact same thing again. Nice and controlled. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower back down. Nice. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower back down. You got this. 2 more. Last one. And then bring that leg down. Now, we're going to give it go with both legs in tabletop. So once again, you're going to find that imprint position. Tilt that pelvis back. Make sure you've got your lower back nice and close to the floor. Pick one leg up to tabletop. Other leg up to tabletop. Both arms are up towards the ceiling. And then on your exhale, you're going to do the exact same thing. Exhale to lift the head and shoulders, look towards the thighs. Squeeze your thighs together. And then bring it all the way back down. Let's do 3 more. Nice, I'm sure your core is on. I'm sure you're feeling it. Last one. Bring it all the way back down. And then drop the feet back down to the mat. Now this next exercise is all about endurance. So we're going to be holding the position that I'm going to get you to come into for 10 full breaths. So when you're ready, feet are going to be down on the floor. Arms are going to bring you forward. Lift your head and chest, look towards the thighs. And we're going to stay here for 10 breaths, pumping the arms up and down. Breathing in and out. 9 more breaths. Now, keep it going. If this feels like too much on your neck, you can take one hand behind your head and pump with the other. Nice and controlled. 4 more breaths. Just keep that curve in your spine. And you want to be moving from your shoulders. Last breath. And then relax down to the mat. And give yourself a big well done. That one is definitely not easy. Still working on the core. As you know, this is a core workout. We're going to be staying lying down on our backs. And we're going to leave our head and shoulders down on the floor to begin with. We're going to bring the legs to tabletop. Legs are going to be moving. Find that imprint. Pull one leg in towards you. Send the other leg away on a diagonal. And then swap. Let's do 4 more each side. Nice and controlled, making sure the legs get nice and long. 2 more, each side. Final one. And then return the legs back down. We're gonna go again. This time, you're gonna take it up a notch. If it feels like too much, feel free to bring your head and shoulders down. Everything is optional, and you want to make sure that you're working at a place that feels good and comfortable for you. So for this next one, legs are going to be in tabletop. We're going to bring the head and shoulders up. Hands start on the outside of your knees, and then same thing again. Pull one leg in, send the other leg away. 4 more each side. Keeping the head up all the way through. 3 more. 2 more. You got this. Last one. And then bring everything down to the floor. Interlace your fingers. Take your hands behind your head. Elbows are nice and wide. Now we're going to go for some rotation. So you're going to lift one leg to tabletop. And as you lift it, you're going to twist towards that knee. Bring that leg down. Other side. Twisting towards the knee as it comes up. 4 more each side. Keep it controlled, we're not swinging ourselves up. 3 more. 2 more, really get that twist. Last one. And then relax down onto the mat. It's getting hot in here for sure. Still lying down. Send your legs nice and long, arms down by your side. We're going to pick one leg up and send it to the ceiling. Now, if this feels uncomfortable, if you've got tight hamstrings, you can have your leg on the floor bent and your leg in the air bent. Optional for you to choose. I'm going to have my leg in the air nice and straight. Leg on the floor is going to stay bent. And we're going to draw 5 circles in each direction. So when you're ready, we're going for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to reverse it. Same thing, 5 circles. Now you want to make sure when you're doing these circles, you're keeping your hips nice and still. Last one on this side. And then let's swap to the other side. 5 circles each direction, keeping those hips nice and steady. Circles don't need to be big and they don't need to be fast. Focusing on keeping that core engaged and keeping the hips nice and still. Once you've done 5 in the first direction, reverse it. Taking it the other way, making sure you're going at a pace that feels good for you. Last circle, and then we'll drop the legs. Roll over to your side and come up to seated. We're going to be sitting up, nice and tall, legs bent, and our backs nice and straight. So we're going to start off in a nice straight back position, and we're going to go from straight back to a round back. Straight back to a round back. So let's try that a few times. Hands are on your knees, straight, and then round. So what am I doing? I'm tilting my pelvis backwards and try to think of rounding from my lower spine. Last one. Nice. Now let's take our arms out to the side. Same thing. Tilting the pelvis back, rounding the spine, and then using your core to bring yourself forward. Perfect. 4 more. Round to go back, and then bring it forward. 3 more. 2 more. Making sure you're still breathing. Last one. And then bring it forward. Perfect. Now we're going to do that. We're going to change it slightly. We're going to add a twist. So this time, hands will be out in front, just as we were before. As you roll back, you're going to take the hands to one side and then bring them forward. Take them to the other side. Nice, let's go. 4 on each side. Nice and controlled. Using your obliques to twist you as you roll back. Looking good. Last 2 on each side. Last one. There. And then drop the hands. Now, if you have tight hip flexors, you might want to relax your legs. Shake them out a little bit. We're going to be going back into that position. So, take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, shake those legs, and then come back into that position. So this is going to be the last exercise in this position. Once again, we're starting up nice and tall, arms are in front of us. Now we're going to do the roll back. This time, when you roll back, you're going to sweep your arm down and send it back. And then bring it forward. Other side, sweep the arm down and send it back behind you before you bring yourself forward. 3 more each side. Arm goes down and back. Make sure you're looking towards it. Other way. 2 more each side. Making sure your hands, your eye line follows your hands. Last one each side. Bring it forward. Drop the hands. And then come onto your hands and your knees. So we're going to be on our hands and our knees. And in this position, you want to make sure you're starting with your wrists directly underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Fingers nice and wide to support you. And your toes can be tucked behind or flat, whatever feels most comfortable. Core is engaged. So in this position, I like to think of picking my belly button up away from the floor to keep my core engaged. Now, we're gonna stick the bow out, send the chest towards the floor, and look up slightly. And then we're gonna tuck the pelvis forward, around the spine, sending it towards the ceiling. 2 more times. Unravel by sticking the bum out, sending the chest forward, and bringing the head up. Bring that bum forward, around the spine. This should feel really nice. Last one. Tucking the pelvis forward, rounding that spine, and then coming back to that neutral position. So from here, we're gonna move just the legs to begin with. Arms are gonna stay where they are. We're gonna slide one leg back and then bring it forward. Slide the other leg back and bring it forward. We're not lifting it off the floor, just taking it out behind us. Nice and controlled, making sure you're not rocking from side to side. 4 more each side. Keeping that core engaged the whole time. 3 more each side. Sliding that leg back and then bringing it back in. 2 more each side. I feel like every time I say 2 more, I have to clarify each side, just in case anyone feels like doing half of the workout. Nice. Last one. And then we're gonna come off the wrists and give them a shake. Now we're gonna take it up a notch. Arms are gonna get involved. And we're gonna do 4 on each side. So I'll do a quick demo so you know what we're doing. Opposite arm to leg's gonna move. We're gonna take the arm straight out. Leg's gonna stay on the mat just as it has been. And then bring it back in. Other side, slide the leg back and reach the arm forward. And then bring it back. If you're ready, join me. Sliding the leg back and reaching the arm forward. Nice. Trying to stay nice and square. We're not rocking from side to side. Nice and controlled. 2 more each side. Last one each side. And then come off the wrists, give them a shake, and give yourself a big well done, because we're finished. I really hope you enjoyed that, and I hope I'll be seeing you back very soon.